All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be reviewing the 2020 Stumpjumper Evo 2.9 Pro. So this Evo is my personal bike and it took the place of my 2020 Enduro, and you might be asking why I don't have the Enduro anymore. It's because my wife kind of backed over it in the driveway and cracked it by accident. So I got a smoking deal on this Evo from my local bike shop, and I did a couple changes to it from the stock one. So let's go over that real quick before I get into this review. So a couple upgrades I made to the stock Evo are the SRAM X01 Eagle drivetrain. Comes with usually the GX Eagle drivetrain and also the Renthal cockpit here. Carbon revolve traverse wheels to these NV wheels with the 240 hubs. They're a little bit stiffer and a little bit lighter. The Evo is not your typical Stumpjumper. It is a longer, lower, slacker version of it. The only thing that it shares with the regular Stumpjumper is the travel numbers. So it has 150 millimeter travel fork and paired with 140 millimeter rear shock. The biggest differences lie in the geometry. So the Evo has a 63.5 head tube angle, 75.6 seat tube angle, 443 millimeter long chain stays, and a 328 millimeter bottom bracket height. So all these things together are gonna give you that stability on steep descents. So I wanna see if this Evo is too cumbersome of a bike to ride in my local trails. I've already ridden it at Highland Bike Park and it performed awesome there. I'll leave the card to that video right here. So let's get outside for the live review.
All right, we are on board the 2020 Specialized Stumpjumper Evo Pro 2.9. I am on a size S3. It's only two sizes the Evo comes in, S2, S3. S2 is like a medium, large in normal sizing, and S3 is like a large, extra large. I am 5'10", and this S3 feels a little big for me, I'm not gonna lie. S2 is like a little small. I feel like the bars are in my lap. Once you get used to it, it's not too bad. As for spec, this Evo Pro 2.9 comes pretty tricked out. Has a beautiful full carbon frame, Fox 36 Performance Elite with the Grip 2 damper, DHX2 coil shock, some Code RSC brakes with 200 mil rotor, so plenty of stopping power. As for climbing, it's pretty comfortable climber. It has steep seat tube angle, steeper than the regular Stumpy, 75.6 on the size S3 and a 76 on the S2. And you're in pretty comfy position. No complaints here. The shock does bob. That's just the nature of FSR. And especially with a coil where it's a pretty linear suspension curve, you can just blow through the travel, like it'll bob up and down. So good thing the shock's right below your legs here. Flip it to the firm position for the climb and you're good to go. So if you're climbing over technical terrain or just pedaling over technical terrain, is that low bottom bracket, plenty of pedal strikes. Just keep it in the high position, makes it a little better. You'd think with this long chain stay of 443 millimeters that it'd be tough to corner on this thing, but it is not bad. Actually, it feels super balanced, and it's, wow, oh God, coming in hot. You just pick up so much more speed on this bike than like the Tall Boy or the 5010 I just rode. Ah! Still got a little pop to it, even with the coil. But man, the suspension is so supple. You just pick up speed on this bike really easily. And it's comfortable to actually go at higher speeds. Oh yeah. A little drift there. So the first thing you really notice is the stability on this bike. Even when it's not too steep, it's just really easy to go fast on. God, this is so easy. Usually I'm like huffing and puffing through there. Just stays so calm and planted. Even just pedaling through some flat, flowy single track, oh God, pedal strike. It's not that bad. You just gotta be wary of where your pedals are, because this bottom bracket is super low. It's actually easy to get around the corners and everything. And punchy climbs like this, little ones. That long chainstay just keeps the front end planted. This is not bad at all. I've never done this trail on the Evo. Usually I do it on my Ripley, which, let's see if I can get this climb, I'm curious. This is loose, rooty, steep. Heck yeah, a lot of traction actually. Let's get up this rock. No pedal strikes, time it, all right. Not bad. The steering does feel a little lazy. It's got that reduced offset fork paired with a slack front end. It's gonna do that to your bike. But once you get used to it, you really just gotta lean the bike over to get it around. It's not too bad. This is where I love the Evo. Just right here at the steep, like shooty stuff. Oh God, just pin it. So fast. Yes. Just cleared way up that hill. Sorry if the audio goes in and out. I'm sweating all over the camera. Just all these little bumps, it just soaks it all up. Let's see this huck to flat. No bottom. Kind of went through the travel pretty quick though. Woo! God, it's fast. This is a fast bike. I know this is a boring fire road descent, but it's super fast and it has some little chop in it, but I just want to see if this long Evo just feels that much more stable. I've ridden every bike I've ever owned on this little trail just because it's fun. It starts right about here. Let's go. It's so easy. So much easier to ride it on this bike. The coil, just so much traction and confidence. Ah! Woo! Wow. Oh, landed on a stick.
All right guys, just finished up my ride on the Stumpjumper Evo Pro 2.9er, and let's talk about what I like about this bike. It is super fast and stable at speed. It promotes a pick your line kind of style riding more than a point and shoot bike. You know, the suspension travel is only 140 in the back with a 150 fork, so it's the same travel as a regular Stumpjumper, but still plenty capable. Pro 2.9er comes with decent spec, Code RC brakes, super powerful paired with those 200mm rotors, just provide a lot of stopping power with a lot of modulation, so really cool. And just the look of the bike, I got it all murdered out. Thing looks really cool, just really sleek. It's got that nice satin carbon finish. Well, that's my sweat all over, that's disgusting. But also, you know, like most specialized bikes, the carbon bikes at least, it's got the SWAT program. You got the little SWAT door there, you can store your, you know, tube, pump, all that good stuff. And you got your multi-tool in the top cap there. So you don't have to carry a pack. You can store your water right on the bike. Things I don't like about the Stumpy Evo. Well, what makes it feel so good, it's also a drawback. That low bottom bracket, it just kills you when you have to pedal through a rock garden or up on a climb. You just pedal strike every stroke if you don't time it just right. I got a couple solutions that can fix that, so stay tuned for that video. Also, it's got the crazy command post. It's like not infinite, it's got those little micro adjustments on the drop, and it comes up so fast. If you're not careful, it's gonna check your manhood, so that's a little scary. The suspension feels really good, but having a coil on a Stumpjumper doesn't have that progressive of a spring rate on it. So they really use their air shocks to, make it more progressive. So with a coil shock, which has a linear curve, you kind of blow through the travel pretty quick. It's spec'd with a 550-pound spring, and I'm 170 pounds, and anything over, like, let's say a 3-foot drop to flat, I'm gonna go blow through that travel and reach the bottom of that little spacer rubber thing at the, what do you call that thing? The bumper stop at the end of the shock. So it's not harsh, but it's just something you notice. And also I have a solution to that too, so stay tuned for that video. But guys, if you're in the market for an aggressive trail bike and you don't want to have a 170mm travel bike, but you want the geo of it, I think this is your bike. It's super fun, super capable. You can pedal it on regular trails, and it just slays descents. It promotes you to go fast. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Oh.